Why Brazil always speaks first at the UN General Assembly? Every year since the 10th UNGA in 1995, Brazil has been the first to address the delegation, followed by the United States. Representatives from all over the world, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, will be addressing the chamber of the United Nations General Assembly in New York during the week long annual general debate, which started on Tuesday. According to the provisional list of speakers released by the UNGA, PM Modi is slated to speak on September 25. During the debate, widely considered the highlight of the annual gathering, discussions are likely to center around the impact of the COVID pandemic, climate change, and security. Long standing traditions govern several of the practices followed by the United Nations even today. Everything from the orders of speaker to the length of their speeches is laid down in a complex set of conventions and bylaws. The General Assembly debate is divided into two segments, each day a morning session and an afternoon session. Every year since the 10th UNGA in 1995, Brazil has been the first to address the delegation, followed by the United States. After the first two speeches, the order of the speaker is not fixed and is based on factors such as the level of representation and the importance of the speaker representing the country. But why does Brazil always get to speak first? Brazil has been the first speaker at the UNGA annual general debate for over 6 decades now. While some assume that the order is determined alphabetically, this is not the case. This tradition dates back to the early years of the United Nations following its formation soon after the end of World War II. In those days, most countries were reluctant to be the first to address the chamber. Brazil at the time was the only country that volunteered to speak first. Some say that the tradition dates back to 1947 when Brazil's top diplomat Oswaldo Aranha presided over the Assembly's first special session. He was also elected president of the second session of the General Assembly. Since the 10th session in 1955, Brazil has always spoken first, followed by United States with only a few exceptions. This year's Brazil's far-right president Jair Bolsonaro kept the tradition going by delivering the opening speech at the International Forum on Tuesday. So why does the US go next? In the list of speakers, the United States always go second after Brazil as it is host nation. US President Joe Biden addressed the chamber on Tuesday detailing his vision for a new era of diplomacy in his first ever UNGA speech since assuming office earlier this year. What is the order of the general debate? To begin with, the general debate is called to order by the President of the General Assembly, which this year is Ecuadorian Foreign Minister Maria Fernanda Esponcia Garce. Then UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres will introduce the annual report on the activities of the organization. The debate is then opened after the President makes a speech. How is the order of the remaining speakers determined? After the US and Brazil, the order of the speaker depends on a number of factors. Generally, the order is determined by the rank of the representatives, heads of states, heads of governments, crown princes, and foreign ministers would be amongst initial speakers, followed by deputy and ambassadors. Other criteria like geographic balance also play a role in determining the order. Thank you.